Stablecoins,
Stablecoins.
stablecoins,
Stablecoin.
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 Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Wais Tahiryan, and for the past 15 years, I have been involved with different types of financial systems, stock markets, crypto, even forex. Lately, I am just into the cryptocurrencies. That's why I made this video. I think it's very important for us to take a look at if we should be actually owning stablecoins. Is it a danger to us? Is it good for us? What is central bank digital currency? What is digital ID? How all of these things are tied? How it is going to change or impact your life and why you should actually care. But before we move on to the topic, I am not a mufti. I am not here to give any fatwa on anything. So this is my own understanding, whatever I say. Stablecoins is actually the same as US dollar, meaning the price doesn't change. There is a stablecoin by the name USDT, there is another by the name USDC, and there are many different ones. How is it different than cryptocurrencies? The price of cryptocurrencies, because they have limited market cap, it tends to go up over time. It is volatile because obviously people invest early and then they take profit from the people that they come very late. That's how the volatility is created. Now, on the other hand, we have USDT, which is same as US dollar. Its price just keeps decreasing. Its purchasing power actually keeps decreasing over time, meaning that whatever you could buy with $1 or $100 many years ago, you're going to be buying less things because everything becomes expensive against it, because they can create money out of nowhere. It is a centralized power. The solution is obviously cryptocurrencies, because we know from the code of Bitcoin that it cannot be controlled by an individual. They cannot steal your money. It is actually against US dollar. So that's why you have been seeing all these headlines for the past 15-16 years that Bitcoin is a scam, Bitcoin is going to go to zero, Bitcoin has no intrinsic value.
Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual currency.
Feds are starting to crack down on so-called virtual currencies.
There is no central bank, no central authority, no corporation behind it.
The price of Bitcoin went so up, some people came and spoke about it and they said that it is actually halal. And there are still a lot of them that they say that Bitcoin is haram and it doesn't have any intrinsic value. You know why? Because people don't use it. This is their reasoning. Or it's not integrated in our system. These are their reasoning, but I know that when that happens, the price of Bitcoin will be already way too high. And this is how we will be again left poor. The same way that we were left poor when it came to technology. We should have adapted it. We should have mastered it. We should have mastered science and technology, all of it. It should have been in the hands of Muslims all this time. So this is my own understanding. You can say whatever you want. You can tell me that I have gone crazy, but this is the reality. Jihad is not going into war and killing people. Jihad basically means that you should be putting your utmost effort into fixing something on the way of Allah. That's my definition of jihad. Okay, so if this financial system is broken and if it is haram, whose job it is to fix it? It was the job of our Muslim scholars, but you know what they were afraid of? If we rebel, they're gonna kill us. If we say something, the government is gonna come after us. Well, who are you afraid of? Are you afraid of the government leaders, the politicians, or you're afraid of Allah? Wasn't it your job to do the right thing and actually build a new currency for us? Instead of adapting these fiat currencies. Interest is everywhere. It was in my home country back when I was in Afghanistan, like 7, 8, 10 years ago, before this new government. But now there is an option, which is cryptocurrencies. So all these should be clear. Now, what is central bank digital currency? And what is it so different than stablecoins? Is it dead because that's what Donald Trump said. I am not gonna allow any central bank digital currency to be made. What changed in 2025? They just changed the name of it, that it is not going to be called a CBDC or central bank digital currency. It will be called USDT and USDC and USD1. Because if you see family of Donald Trump, his kids, they went and made World Liberty Finance and they issued a stablecoin by the name USD1. They have an entire financial system now being integrated inside Pakistan. That's how the regulation started there, and that's why you see regulations being started everywhere in the world. What they are actually pushing for is the use of stable coins. But why not CBDC? Because some people noticed that CBDC actually gives them access to mass control. They can control their money, they can control their wallets. Once you don't have any cash left and it's completely digital, they can lock your account and you're broke. That's what they can do with these centralized types of currencies. And still, US dollar is that. So make no mistake, if you see in the future that a CBDC comes, it can still come, it can still happen, but right now they have only changed the meaning. Here's the proof of that.
I've also called on Congress to pass landmark legislation creating simple, common sense rules for stablecoins and market structure. With the right legal framework, institutions large and small will be liberated to invest, innovate, and take part in one of the most exciting technological revolutions in modern history.
So now you saw the video, now I will leave you with it to think and ponder really that if stablecoins is the new CBDC. And also another thing that is very important, that why they're pushing it, is that they want to get rid of the current US debt, which is around $39 trillion that they have printed all this time. So you see, even US dollar is not backed by any gold. It is only backed by wars, and every time they printed money, they bought politicians, they bombed our countries, they killed us literally, and what our Muslim scholars did was, well, we have no choice. This is what I've been hearing, and it disgusts me. Every other YouTube videos, and if you see them everywhere, we are not involved with the interest, but the use of it is halal. It is not. Even stable coins should be haram. US dollar should be haram. All these fiat currencies should be haram, but because they're somehow brainwashed or something, or they're afraid of dying or speaking about it because it's such a big thing. If it wasn't such a big thing, then they should have done something, right? I'm saying it's such a big thing because money gives power. And with that power, they have controlled our lives so far. They have killed us. They have bombed us. They have bombed my country in Afghanistan. They have killed us. They have killed people in Gaza. Israel has killed many of them. They have bought all our politicians of the previous government and everywhere in the world. This is why it is dangerous to keep advocating, keep promoting these stable coins, because it's the same thing. Just because you can send it over a blockchain doesn't mean that it is not centralized, doesn't mean that they cannot track it. Coming to the tracking point, have you heard of a company called Palantir? If you haven't, then go and do your homework, bro. Because Palantir is literally gonna mass control everybody's lives, starting from the United States, coming to every other country, monitoring every person's action. We let this financial system grow so big that now they have so much money that they can print so much of it out of thin air, and you still keep paying taxes, and they come and bomb us and they kill us everywhere. And US, even Muslims, they're all slaves. They're no more than slaves. At least it's much better here in these countries that we are. Alhamdulillah, we have still some things left in us. We still have our hands not tied together. We can give away money, alhamdulillah. We can help each other, alhamdulillah. We do not buy a house with interest. which most of you do, and your scholars came up with a fatwa saying that buying a house, one house, with interest, it's fine, it's halal. You will never be able to own a house in these countries anyways. Nobody is going to be able to own a house working on a salary. The fiat currency is that bad. Everywhere it is losing its purchasing power. You will never be able to actually do what you want. You do what they want you to do. Unfortunately, the current entire system of the world, the whole politic, is run by Shaitan. Obviously, Allah is in control. He allows these things to happen. If you go in all the books that Allah has sent, you will find that interest is prohibited. You will find that pork is prohibited. You will find that adultery is prohibited. There are 4, 5, 6 major things that are prohibited across all of them. That is still there. All humans, Christians, Muslims, Hindus, everybody has fallen into this trap, and most people are unfortunately happy with it. I am not happy with it. I am answerable to Allah. I am going to answer to Allah on the day of judgment. Every single action that I have taken. That's why this video was important. That's why I had to do it. I hope I have given you guys enough information so it is now clear to you that which currency you should be in. It is evident by now that it is cryptocurrencies. What if they destroy cryptocurrencies? In this case, I'm going to say only one thing. They can't. If they try to destroy it, they will have to destroy the whole electricity in the world. They'll have to destroy the entire internet in the world. So Bitcoin cannot function. And if that happens, by itself, Bitcoin is causing revolution. By itself, it's such a good thing that they're after it to destroy it. Then if they're after it to destroy it, everything else will collapse. So I am waiting for that day, for this system to fall. I am gonna be so much happy to see it actually being destroyed. Last thing, stable coins are going to track you. Every single move you take inside the digital finance. Where is your money? How much do you have? On the other hand, yes, they are in war with crypto. They have been all the time. Palantir and digital ID that they are creating is going to monitor your life. It's going to survey everything that you do. Your every tweet, your everything that you say on social media will be monitored. It will come very slowly to these countries that we are because of how undeveloped they are, but alhamdulillah, we are at least not gonna be enslaved the way that you guys in the West is going to be. Okay, so that is the video for today. I hope you learned what stable coins are, what cryptocurrency is, what is digital ID, and how it is actually impacting your life. If you like the content, make sure to press the like button so it reaches to more people and they also get the benefit. If you want to join our community of Muslim traders and investors, the link will be down below. Have a good time. Allah Hafiz.